Welcome. My name is Waylon Lewis. I'm here with Elephant Journal, and I'm here with Rebecca Keating, one of my best friends in the world. We've spent a lot of quality time together. Coming out of, where do you live?
We're in Mississauga, Canada.
Mississauga, Canada. And you run a company by the name of?
Shaman Sisters.
Shaman Sisters. And what is it that you all offer and do?
So we are an online store. We have a crystal boutique, and we have a space called the Aura Room, which is a sacred space for meditation, healing, and different ceremonial stuff. And we do crystal jewelry and gemstone jewelry and crystals.
And when you say we, it's you started it, right? You're the founder?
I am the founder, yes.
So this is an awesome woman-owned business.
That's right, yes.
And as an environmentalist, I just want to put in a plug for you. You know, half of my friends in Boulder are always buying gems and crystals. We have no idea where they came from in many cases. You actually responsibly source stuff.
Yes, I do. Everything we purchase, I do ethically and responsibly source, making sure that the mines are legal, the employees are treated well. And also, I hand pick all our pieces myself because I want to make sure that it does have a good energy to it, a good vibration.
Right.
It's very important.
Yeah, I feel like I've read in Tolkien, you know, like whether it's Hobbit or Lord of the Rings, like taking something that's been buried in the earth for thousands of years that maybe has some evil energy out of the ground is probably not a great idea.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So in terms of something where it's all about sort of clearing energy or awakening energy or bringing loving energy into your life, you want that to be ethically sourced, not, you know, I think too often we, particularly in this modern era, don't think about where things came from.
Yeah, I think it's very important energetically, and if you're using it for healing, the source is very important.
So I want to talk about how gems and crystals can help reinforce, remind, awaken our New Year's aspirations. So New Year's resolutions get a kind of bad rap, I think, in a good way, because a lot of people sort of use New Year's resolutions as an excuse to be hard on themselves and to try to be better than they are,
Mm-hmm.
which sounds good, but it's from a Buddhist point of view, I grew up in the Buddhist world, that's a subtle form of self-aggression. Instead of accepting who we are, we're trying to be other. But an aspiration can be really, or a resolution can also be super mindful and healthy, right? So how can gems or crystals work? And I just want to invite anyone who's watching to, in the comments, write your New Year's aspiration or resolution. If we all share them together, it can just be as short as 4 words. I think that would be a really beautiful comment section to see. And in this world that's often with climate change, with the guy in the White House, we are not sure if this world is going in a good direction. I think it could be a real moment of seeing, wow, there's a lot of good people out there on both sides of any perspective who want to be of benefit. So my aspiration, I think, would be just very simply to be of benefit beyond the choir to all those who might give a care. I regard caring as very urgent. So with that, how can gems or crystals play a part in that?
So there's several different ways that crystals can help with our intentions and our resolutions. One of the ways is that we can actually use them to kind of clear out any energetic blocks. I like to talk about crystals in terms of vibration. And so when we use crystals, our vibration, our aura will interact with that of the crystal. And so it will raise our vibration and help to send that vibration out. And even if you don't necessarily believe in it in terms of that, again, it is a way of just being mindful and kind of using your crystal as a tool, just like you would like a mala or prayer beads and putting mantras into them. So it would be similar to that kind of purpose.
So for those of us who don't use that kind of language, like raise your vibration or whatever, you know, we all get stressed out, we all get down or depressed in the everyday depression kind of way. We all get overexcited or speedy or in our busy kind of, I like to call it habit trail mind, like the hamster and the little like thing.
Yes.
And that's vibration on some level. So we can instead relax, be present in our life, be coming from a place of caring,
Yeah.
and crystals in some way can reflect that or remind us about that
They
or
can.
accentuate that.
Yeah, and they can help to ground. They can help to, clear that mental confusion or that voice in the head. They can help to calm your energy down or calm your emotions down.
So this is not meant to be exactly a plug. We're just doing this as I respect and admire your company, but there's a discount code Elephant20, and for 20% off, which is I think more than you generally offer at shamansisters.com.
That's great.
So what are some crystals or gems that might be appropriate for various resolutions or aspirations for the new year?
Okay. So probably one of my favorite crystals for bringing in your intentions is called pyrite. It's also known as fool's gold, and so it it brings in abundance. It helps with willpower. So if you're looking to achieve a certain goal with your New Year's resolution, this is a stone that is helpful for that.
One dumb question, if you kind of get inspired by this stuff, does it make sense to just get a whole bunch of them and put them all on one like shelf that's close to where you work or you sleep or something? Or does it matter where they are and if they're mixing with each other too?
I would say to start with a few if you're new to it, because otherwise you don't really know, and a lot it could be too much all at once. But if you start with one or two crystals,
Hmm.
and you notice a change, then you can say like, you can notice that those crystals helped you with making a change.
Hmm.
I have a lot, but over time you tend to accumulate more. But when you're starting out, I don't think you need to have like a whole room full.
If you get really like, if you have a really hard day and you're really angry and frustrated, I don't know if you ever get like that. Do you, in your home or your office, ever think like, God damn it, these crystals aren't working?
Yes.
Yeah. What a Buddhist would say is you don't know how bad you'd be feeling if they
Yeah,
weren't around. It could be worse. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
It can always be worse.
Because I remember when I was a kid, there was this really neurotic, annoying guy in the community. And I remember someone saying, that guy, he's like meditated and stuff for 30 years. Like, how is he so neurotic? Like, maybe Buddhism doesn't work. And
Yeah.
someone said, you don't know how bad he was 30 years ago. Anyway, getting back to the program. So Shunga, so no, I always want to go to Shugnite. So pyrite, which is like a
Yeah.
pirate. And then what's next?
So amethyst is another really great crystal. This purple one here.
Ooh,
It,
pretty.
yeah, and this is actually angel aura amethyst, but very similar. It's just been treated with platinum and silver. So amethyst brings in harmony. It connects you with like your higher wisdom and making decisions. So amethyst is really good for kind of helping you maintain the clarity and to choose the right things if you have certain goals.
Can I ask another dumb question? Because that's my specialty. So that one's clearly been cut, right?
Yes.
So is it better for them to be cut, or is their raw thing better for the energy?
This one particular is rough on the on one side, the bottom, and then it's been smoothed out on the top. When it's been smoothed out like this, it kind of, I guess, amplifies the
Mm.
energy. It kind of like puts it into one. It magnifies it out. This is actually an amethyst candle holder
Mm.
that this is all rough, which is quite beautiful. It
Mm-hmm.
it really is a preference and how the particular crystal feels to you. Some people prefer one or the other. Some people are okay with, just depending on the crystal. So I
Okay.
personally like them done both ways. It depends on what I'm using it for.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. The other crystal that is really good is called Angel Aura, which is like this here, Angel Aura. But angel aura quartz, which I don't know if you can see my bracelet,
Mm-hmm.
but this is angel aura quartz. So quartz is a stone that is really good for amplifying energy. And then this has been treated with platinum and silver. So another really good combination, just to, like, if you're going to be programming crystals, to be amplifying what your intentions are. So I actually made a bracelet out of all three of these crystals and a necklace. So it's specifically for manifesting for the new year. As a
So
as
those are three that are nice in a complementary way
I put them all
together.
together
Yeah.
because they're like my top three for manifesting.
Okay. So, and that's particularly applicable to New Year's aspirations. You want
Exactly.
to manifest some change.
Yeah, I created it for that. So because I know
Nice.
people are really kind of going into 2020 and they want to, like, get going with their goals and their intentions.
What if we're working with like trying to get healthier or um, be less crazy busy and stressed out all the time? Is there something that comes to mind for that, or would you recommend one of those three?
I mean, what my top crystal for that would be shungite.
Mm.
Um, it always is because of the electromagnetic protection, and also it does help with health issues. This one,
Uh-huh.
and
That one looks like it descended from the aliens into like Egypt. And
it's a pyramid shape.
yeah.
Yeah. So, and then the other one that I would say is called black tourmaline. Actually, the stone here.
Wow.
So that one would be the two that I would suggest for that would be shungite and black tourmaline.
That one's amazing.
Yeah, this is my personal piece that I
Do you
keep.
have staff at Shaman Sisters?
I do, yes.
Do you walk around with which one is that? The staff one?
So this is black tourmaline, and then
Tourmaline.
I have an even bigger
Oh my
staff.
God.
This is selenite.
You should walk around with them and gesture when you ask them to do things.
Yeah, this is my wand.
Wow.
This is my talking stick.
Yeah. Yeah, those are beautiful.
Thank you.
So, yeah. And so I love that. So Elephant 20 is the discount, 20% off. Shaman Sisters, woman owned, eco-responsible, actually thinking about, these all come from Mother Nature.
Yes.
And in many traditions, it's important to ask permission to take such things from Mother Nature. So I think you're the only part of the reason I'm a fan is number one, you put up with my cynicism sometimes. And then number two, you're actually the only one I know of that's thinking about the planet. And hopefully there's many others. I'm sure there are, but I haven't seen that advertised in the countless craft fairs I see with gems or crystals. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, and then for around the holidays, what's your favorite gift? I mean, it's probably not sending a big black thing of, is it Shugnite or Shungite?
Shungite.
Huh?
Shungite.
Shungite.
Yeah.
So we misspelled it on the board. That's why
Oh.
I've been calling it Shugnite, which was very upsetting to me. Okay.
I mean, there's so many different gift ideas. You can go with jewelry. You can go with crystals. One thing that I really like right now, because most people won't buy this for themselves, is a crystal infused water bottle. It's glass and stainless steel, and then it has crystals that infuse the water. So this is amethyst, and so it's just like the water will take on the positive energy of the crystal. So I think this is a great gift idea.
And then you don't go through any plastic water bottles.
Exactly, and that's another very
Yeah.
get rid of the plastic for sure.
Yeah, because that's like anti-good energy is polluting our whole planet, like having a wake behind us of pollution.
Yeah, the plastic has to go.
Yeah. So anything else you wanna mention around the holidays or New Year's?
The other thing that we have that is new is essential oils that have been sustainably sourced, and we've infused them with crystals. So we have four different ones. Palo Santo is one of them.
And that's a big deal, right? Because the over harvesting of Palo Santo is been a major issue, right? It became this super popular kind of fad, and people don't think about where it's coming from.
Yeah. And so actually, what I discovered when I started to research that is that there are two different species of Palo Santo, and one of them is becoming extinct, and the other one is not. And that is this one, Bursura graveolens. That is this type of Palo Santo, and as long as it's being harvested properly and the tree isn't being cut down before it's supposed to be, then this one isn't an issue. It's the
Bursula, can you say it again?
yeah, it's Bursura graveolens, and the one that's going to be extinct, because I knew we were going to talk about this, is Bolnesia saramento, and that one is the
These
one
totally sound like spells out of Harry Potter. I think you're just making stuff up.
with my wand.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Ursula and Javianis or whatever. Yeah, turn someone into flip-flops. And then Suge Knight would be like an early 90s hip-hop artist, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So that's super important. And if you can't remember those complicated names, folks who are watching, you can just go to Shaman Sisters. And so are you a brand or a woman company that we can trust? Like everything you do or offer on your site is always going through that criteria of eco, knowing the sourcing?
Absolutely. Yeah. Even like I sell smudging feathers. I get them from a Native American woman who hand makes them herself. I like to stick to traditions and definitely making sure that the source of whatever it is, and I'll find out certain things and then I'll stop buying it if it's not from a good source.
Okay. I love that. Well, thank you so much, Rebecca Keating, the most patient guest on the show ever. Thank you so much, Shaman Sisters. Again, the code is Elephant20, 20% off. And I personally really connect with this, even though I'm not a big gem crystal kind of person. They're obviously beautiful. They're incredibly powerful manifestations of nature and science.
Yes.
And they're a wonderful reminder for these resolutions or aspirations we might make. Obviously a beautiful gift for the holidays too, to a loved one, but they're a wonderful reminder in terms of the aspirations for these things that we like do for a week and then we forget about.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. And before you know it, like, you're older, and it's a good, the resolution or aspiration is a wonderful opportunity to make meaningful changes in this precious and short life that we have.
Exactly. And the crystal can just be a reminder there for you if you forget about your resolution.
Yeah, which I always do.
A month
I've already forgot about it. What's that?
A month later.
Yeah, exactly. I make it usually 5 to 7 days.
Yeah. But then if you have the crystal, it's a physical reminder as well.
Exactly. All right. Thank you so much, Rebecca Keating, shamansisters.com. Love to have you back in person anytime.
We'll do it again in person.
Yeah, exactly. All right. See you.